Evening, I'm Steve Hensley. One Floyd County family is nearing a return to their home nearly 9 months after flooding last July severely damaged their home. WYMT's Jordan Mullins spoke with the family about their journey.
In July 2022, flooding rocked the Wayland community of Floyd County, and waters rushed into the home of Pam Cottle and her son's home just across the street.
We didn't know what was coming next or what to do. We knew we had a lot of work ahead of us. We knew, we was in for the long haul.
Nearly 9 months later, after staying at Jenny Wiley State Park's May Lodge, cabins, and now an RV, Pam Cottle is close to being back in her home.
We are pretty close. We got a little bit of baseboard, a little bit of touch up on drywall to finish up, and we'll be ready to move her in.
Pam's son, Michael Cottle, has been hard at work trying to repair his mother's home as well as his own home, but says that local nonprofits have been a blessing.
It's taken a lot of relief off of us, knowing that she's getting ready to go back in and having the help from CAP for my house. I've not had to do a lot of work. The groups came in here from Ohio, Michigan, everywhere. And
Pam's grandchildren may be even more excited to be home.
They're real excited to get home so Nene can cook for them, let them watch TV and play in the floor with them. I'm real excited for that.
Well on the road to recovery for a family who has been through so much. In Floyd County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Stories like that all across eastern Kentucky. Pam Cottle says she will be moved back into her home in just a few short weeks. Michael Cottle says his home could possibly be ready by early to mid-August. Health leaders continue to study the long-term effects of last year's deadly floods. New research is helping state and local officials find areas of improvement when it comes to recovery efforts. Researchers collected data from flood survivors and victims to learn more about evacuations and recovery challenges.
One of the students who was involved in the response, her family was hit by Hurricane Ian in Fort Myers just a few weeks later. And she was able to take what she had learned, not just as a public health student, but as a person, as a daughter, as a family member, back to Fort Myers and help her own family with their recovery.
Some key recommendations from the report include considering offering additional mental health services and expanding resources for behavioral health care, as well as efforts to increase broadband access.
Well, we continue to see some areas in the mountains get quite a bit cooler faster in many locations than others. A night in April, what are you going to do? Here's the look outside, at least from the area's thermometers. Upper 50s in Prestonsburg and Moorhead, still 62 in Pikeville, 61 in Harlan. Other locations already falling into the mid-50s. Look at Hazard, Wise, and Jonesville, and plenty of areas in the mid-50s. Irvin now in the low 50s. Now, the only place looking at the place, I should say, looking at the best chance for frost tonight is going to be across West Virginia and up into Lawrence County, Kentucky. That's where frost advisory runs through the early morning hours. But I can't rule out some of those sheltered valleys getting a little bit cooler. Your forecast first, though, as we head into the morning hours, not looking too bad. Upper 40s quickly into the mid-50s as we head towards 8 o'clock. And if you're headed out for a run, looking great as we head through tomorrow. A little cool to start, but other than that, we're in pretty good shape as we head through our Wednesday. But Steve, I've got details on when it's going to feel like summer again and when it's going to feel like fall again, because it's happening in the same week. Details in a few minutes.
All right, it's definitely dry right now, and that's leading to forest fire concerns, and trails at a popular eastern Kentucky state park are closed because of a forest fire. That fire started Thursday night at Natural Bridge State Park in Powell County. Around 75 firefighters from the State Division of Forestry and the U.S. Forest Service, along with local fire departments, are working to contain the fire. So far, there have been no reports of any injuries. Fire officials are not sure how long it will take to put it out. People are advised to avoid that area. Kentucky Wildfire Management says more than 10,000 acres have burned since April of last year. 221 of those fires were arson, 201 were caused by debris. The spring forest fire season runs through April 30th. Longtime Corbin firefighter Glenn Rainbow Baker died in his sleep Sunday night after a lengthy battle with cancer. But today, those who worked alongside him reflected on his life and legacy. Baker began fighting fires with West Knox Fire and Rescue in 1973, then joined the Corbin Fire Department in 1990. Those who worked alongside him say he always found a way to make even the hardest days easier to bear.
Yeah, I can think of all kinds of stuff that he did. You know, we'd come in off of fires and, you know, everybody be tired and wore out, and he would make jokes and make everybody, you know, happy and not feel bad and stuff like that. He was just a well-known man.
Baker retired from the Corbin Fire Department more than a decade ago after being diagnosed with cancer, but his impact can still be felt throughout the community. We have Baker's funeral arrangements on our website at WYMT.com. A well-known Bell County pastor was laid to rest today. Reverend Bruce Walzer died Saturday at the age of 92. Born in New York, Walzer started attending Clear Creek Bible College in 1964 and preached for more than 50 years. The Korean War veteran was part of the Kentucky Baptist Convention Disaster Relief Team and the director of missions for the Bell Baptist Association for nearly 40 years. His funeral was held earlier today at East Cumberland Avenue Baptist Church in Middlesboro. A TikTok challenge turned deadly for one Ohio teenager. A 13-year-old participated in what's known as the Benadryl challenge. It's an allergy medication found in many homes. The parents of Jacob Stevens says he died after he took between 12 and 14 Benadryl pills. He spent nearly a week on the ventilator prior to his death. CBS News reports people are doing the challenge in order to have hallucinations. Chief Medical Officer of Baptist Health Lexington, Dr. Lee Dossett, says the antihistamine is most commonly used to treat seasonal allergies. People also use it to help them sleep because of its slight sedative effect. He says it is perfectly safe, except in excess.
It can affect your heart rhythm. It can affect, it goes to the central nervous system, so it can cause seizures and really coma and sedation.
Following the incident, a statement was posted on Benadryl's website saying in part, quote, "The challenge, which involves ingestion of excessive quantities of diphenhydramine, is a dangerous trend and should be stopped immediately." Tonight, the London Laurel County Chamber of Commerce hosted its annual banquet supporting businesses in the county. WYMT's RJ Johnson was there.
Community members showed up and showed out to recognize local businesses and business partners.
It's just a fun night to celebrate the businesses in London and Laurel County and everything that we are doing here and how we are growing and progressing.
CEO Deanna Herman says this could not have happened without the members of the community.
Tonight would not have been possible without our sponsors, our world-class sponsors, and the sponsors of this banquet. It is so meaningful that they all come together, and they all come together to put on something so nice. It's the citizens of London and Laurel County that have all come together to make this possible.
She says it is a great way to bring the community together.
Now we're bringing businesses together because we're a convener and we like to convene everybody into one big room. We were sold out tonight at 390 guests.
Through a shared purpose of bettering the county, she says it was a successful night for the City of London and Laurel County, saying it is a special place. In London, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
The Chamber gave out awards to Small and Large Organization of the Year, Nonprofit Organization of the Year, and Teacher of the Year for elementary, middle, and high schools. An Appalachian clothing company is debuting a new line of sustainable jeans. New Frontier says their circular jeans are all made of recycled denim. The company says it's an important mission because the fashion industry causes 10% of worldwide carbon dioxide emissions. They say each pair of these jeans uses 94% less water, produces 75% less carbon dioxide, and requires 47% less land.
History is being made here in Kentucky by introducing this concept and this product, in particular, the recycled jeans. So what we introduced at New Frontier is Circular fashion, this concept is very common in Europe, in places like the Netherlands, where, sustainability and circularity in the fashion industry is a norm.
There are 2 styles of jeans for both men and women, and you can buy them online for $89 a pair. Coming up on